Superion! Best combiner ever. You are irreplaceable, and you are by far the greatest combiner of all times in my mind. Thank you, Hasbro, for doing such a good job. Huh. Alright, and here is the big guy himself, G2 Superion, made up of the 5 members of the Aerial Bots team in this box set. Superion, Firefly, Slingshot, or Quick Slinger, depending on how you prefer, G1 Elitist, or, just whatever the box says. Skydive, and Air Raid. And just comparing him to the original one, he is, well, exactly the same physically, aside from the one arm change. Let's see that. This guy is pretty interesting, to be honest. While there isn't much of a change physically, visually it's very different, and that's very nice. And what's very neat about that is that they're able to make it feel kind of like a different character, but it's really not. So I'll leave this guy in the background and focus more on this guy, as this is why we're watching the video anyways. Alright, so getting on with it, he has the same gun. There we go. Stuck in there. He was posing. He likes to do that, I suppose. So the same gun comes apart, it's just the same 2-piece gun that comes with Silverbolt. So nothing fancy there. He has all his other guns too, and he comes with Power Glide, but I'm not a big fan of that, so I'm not gonna really show that off. Just like the normal one that came with the first wave. He's got the same traditional hand-foot guns. Slingshot's got the same hand-foot gun as Firefly. He's just a repaint of Firefly, really. But they're, instead of black, they're blue this time. Skydive, compared to the original, he was a black, red, and gray, and with this he is blue, gray, and white. Air Raid, same, except instead of gray it was white. This, it's replaced blue, white, silver. That's pretty much. Firefly is almost exactly the same color scheme wise. Just, it's almost exactly the same. I'm trying to get focus on that. Here we go. So instead of like this, just this blue, white, and gold tail fin, he's got this different ones. Focus in, or it's got a 3 because they're all numbered for some reason. But then it's got some flames on there too to say, hey, this is Firefly. Quick Slinger is, or Slingshot, if you prefer. It's exactly the same as Firefly, except gold and blue. Obviously, needless to say, it's very different than Alpha Bravo. Okay, so then finally last to look at would be the torso mode, or yeah, it's torso, which is Silverbolt. They are very similar. Obviously there was no changes there except for color wise that I Well, at least just notable ones that are like first glance you won't notice it really, aside from color. There's a different logo on the chest of each one, but I mean it's just a different style. One's G1 based, one's G2. The one thing I really want to talk about when it comes to like the torso mode and the head of each one of these is the antenna. Let's focus. These are kind of rubbery, they're bendable. They don't even really kind of latch on or really stay in place too well. It doesn't go completely upright. You kind of have to hold it in place if you want that to happen. So it's really kind of just they just used the wrong material for that. Now with the G2 Superion, they feel kind of rubbery like the first ones, but I don't know what they did, but they managed to do something right. I know that was a problem with other people's Superions, is that the antenna don't really work too well, but these ones do. So whatever they did to fix it, it feels kind of looser, like the generation 1 Superion, or the wave 1, it just feels like it's locked in tighter, while the G2 one over here, these ones, they're looser, they're not stuck in place like these ones. I hope that's coming off right. I can't quite seem to make my point too well, or I don't know what's going on with that. Let's zoom this out. Alright, so just like the previous Superion, you've got range of motion on arms like that. It goes side to side, not anywhere else. You've got leg motion here. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Leg motion here and here. But other than that, it's exactly the same figure pretty much. It is the exact same figure. This is really this arm right here. It is the only difference. Pretty much the best, like the only difference with them aside from the arm is just a color scheme. So is this figure really worth it? I guess I'd have to say no on that one, unless you don't have the first one. If you've held off from getting the first Wave 1 Superion and then got this one, that's good. If you got this one before and then you're like, oh hey, I want this one too, rethink your choices. It's just the same thing, just a different color, and who really needs repaints, really? Repaints are kind of boring. But, what do I know? I got both. I'm not one to talk. Don't listen to me. Or listen to me by don't listen to me. Or don't follow my lead. It was a bad mistake. But I managed to secure this guy for an amazing, incredible deal that could not be replicated again, ever. So I'm just gonna, that was my reasoning. So again, or not again, but I guess if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so I know to do more reviews. I'm gonna keep doing them anyways, because as long as the skid ideas keep popping in my head, these will keep coming out, whether you like it or not. That said, talk to you later.